Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and here we check out brand new strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're having a little look at Industries of Titan. So this has been a game that's been in development for a little while now, and there's some pretty substantial updates being released fairly regularly, around about every month or so. This is update number 12. It is the full speed ahead update, and we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna see what's hip and happening, and we're going to jump into a standard run. At the moment, we're only able to play a single faction. It's still the Landfallers. That's fine. More coming in the future. We'll go for standard investment. We're not going to enable the tutorial because I don't think that it matters. Orbital Industries, sure, let's jump into it. Everything is standard. We're not going to have hardcore mode on because that sounds horrific, but we'll launch the ship and we will head off to the planet. So, Industries of Titan, if you've never heard of it before, it is a management game where you control a corporation on the moon of Titan. That's right. Is it a Jupiter moon or is it a Saturn moon? I think it's a Saturn moon. It looked like a Saturn in the background there. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, we are about to touch down. There's a nice little intro video here with some absolutely banging beats as well. I mean, the music in this game is just spectacular. It really is.
The council is glad to see you. We have significant investments riding on your success. I hope you'll live up to our expectations.
As do I. As do I, narrator. As do I. Right, so this is the game. As ever, I will do my very best to explain exactly what the heck is happening over the course of this episode. And to be honest, it's fairly simple. It is very, very simple. As you can see, this is our starting area. This is our headquarters. The game will primarily be played out in two places, either on this map view or alternatively inside the specific building. There's a multitude of buildings that we can actually click on and go inside. What I will say is that there's different types of structures that you can build on the map level and different types of structures that you can build actually within the headquarters building. Look at that. Our workers are just arriving for the job. That's excellent. We have, we've what, 8 current employees at the moment. That's cool. We'll chat a little bit about the way that employees work in just a second. But for now, what I think we should probably do is we should set up some resource storage and collection. So, first thing to talk about, what have we got up in the top left-hand corner? We've got credits. Cool. We've got minerals. Cool. We've got isotopes. Cool. And we've got waste. Now, I think it would be a rather prudent thing to set up some storage. So let's build our first building, shall we? We will build a medium storage container. The way that this works is that, as you can see, there are little light bulbs, I guess, on the top of the storage container, which shows exactly what resources are in the given container. And bada bim, bada boom, we are golden. Cracking. All right, we are going to go into, 2 or 3 times speed in just a second here. But for now, I think we are quite content with the current speed that we're playing at. Okay, now, we have territory. As you can see down in the bottom here, we've got a territory overlay, player-owned territory, rebel-owned territory, and then this is like player vision as well, or player-controlled, yeah, that's what they call it. Anyway, we can do anything that we want inside this blue area, and we can see stuff in the yellow area. So what we're going to do is we're going to check out these ruins, which are rather conveniently here, and we're going to survey them all, because I do indeed believe and hope that there are a fairly large number of useful resources contained therein. So, let's crack it into 2 times speed. And what have we got here? Oh, look at that! This ruin right here has got 12 minerals and it's got 5 waste. Well, I'm going to click on the salvage button, and we are going to collect the resources. We're actually going to do that all over here. Apart from in the case where the ruin has artifacts, and then I'm gonna take those artifacts instead of just taking the resources. I'll take the resources in that case. There's plenty of buildings with artifacts. There's even more buildings with resources. Artifacts are a little bit rare. As you can see up in the top left-hand corner, we currently have 0 artifacts. Now we have 2. There we go. We got council communications here. This is the amount of influence that we have kicking around. Influence is pretty important, primarily for being able to expand territory. I'm going to queue up a whole bunch of additional surveys here, and then I'm going to claim just a little bit of extra territory just to show how it actually works, whilst some of my employees are moving resources into the headquarter building. As you can see, Ruin, look at that. 11 minerals, 3 isotopes. I'm going to take that, I'm going to claim the territory, and then I'm going to have the option to salvage. It literally is that simple. Very, very, very simple setup. Okay, what do we want to get online next? There's a whole bunch of buildings that we can build on this screen. A couple of them do need to be unlocked. In fact, a lot of them need to be unlocked. It's going to cost us 1,000 credits. To unlock each and every one of these buildings. But we will get to that. We will get to that in just a second. What I think is a good first building is a factory. However, I think that we might have just run out of storage. Yeah, we absolutely did run out of storage. Let's build some more storage units, eh? I believe I can. All right, let's get that done. Let's go into 3 times speed. There's no reason not to be in 3 times speed. We're literally just using, basic minerals to build these storage containers. It's not a big deal at all that it's going to take up the vast majority of the floor space. In fact, it's actually good because it means that we're going to have a central headquarters, which will be our storage unit. For now, we will worry about doing other things in just a second. Right, what do we need for a factory? We need 2 isotopes. Now, isotopes are required just as minerals are. They can be found in ruins, and yeah, it's fine. I'm perfectly happy to... There we go. Add in a little bit of extra territory, see if we're able to get the resources for a factory. That is what I will do. Build a factory there, and we'll build a factory right next door as well, because fun stuff happens when factories are built next to each other. It's true. It's very, very true. Also, there's a lot of waste just kicking around on these tiles. What we can actually do in order to store waste in the short term, we can actually go and build ourselves some waste receptacles. There we go. We will do that, and that's going to allow us to store a whole bunch of waste in those areas. Means that we can actually move it off the tiles, because if we're not able to move waste off the tiles, then that means that we're not going to be able to build anything on top of the square. So there's what, 3 waste on that square. We just finished moving that one. There we go. Anyway, we can enter factories in the exact same way that we enter actually enter headquarter buildings, so that's pretty cool. I like that. We're gonna do some funky things with this factory, but I'm gonna wait until this second factory right here is completed, because when that second factory is completed, we don't want to upgrade, not quite yet anyway, even though we could. We've got plenty of isotopes. We're actually going to take the opportunity to connect the factories into an Omega factory. It's only going to cost us 2 isotopes, but it will be absolutely worthwhile to do, because it's going to give us extra floor space in the one large factory. So I think it's a pretty good thing to do. Let's claim some extra territory, and let's continue to expand. Do I need any more artifacts? I probably should nab a few extra artifacts, especially when there's 3 artifacts in a single tile. It just makes sense to do, right? Let's continue to survey. I should be using the hotkey. No reason not to. There we go. Let's queue them all up for surveying. And we can't actually claim anything. We are a little short of the good old influence. Anyway, look at this. We have a proper factory, which is great because we're going to start doing proper factory things. What do factories do? It's a great question. A couple of things that I really, really care about immediately. First and foremost, energy and fuel generation. So, as you can see up in the top, I guess this is top, top center here, we have a little energy symbol, we have a little fuel symbol. The way that fuel works, I'm going to build a fuel fabricator. It's going to cost us a couple of minerals, and it does not require energy, and it straight up just draws methane or ethane, some gaseous fuel. It draws it straight out of the Titan atmosphere. Apparently, The Titan atmosphere is very flammable, or at least it feels like it should be very flammable if you're able to draw fuel literally out of thin air. Or maybe it's thick air. Maybe you're drawing it out of thick air. I don't know. Anyway, we are going to see this number shoot right up in just a second here, which is going to be wonderful. And bada bim, bada boom. What do you know? That's looking pretty darn great. That is looking pretty darn great. 5 fuel coming our way is lovely. I am going to see if I can try and build a generator. Now, we can build a small generator. We can build a medium generator, but I think I'm actually going to build a large generator because why not, eh? And we'll try and build it right about there. And that should just give us a little bit of power for a good number of purposes. It's fairly important that we have power. Now, what do we want to do with that power? Well, first and foremost, we could bring the power back out to the map mode. And if we wanted to do that, the best way to do it, the only way to do it, is to build an energy bridge. Now, if we build an energy bridge inside, it allows us to take the power outside, and from there on, we can build like energy pylons which connect up buildings, right? So, you know, you need to consider the fact that each and every building effectively could have its own grid if that's the way you want to build it. But at the moment, we don't particularly care about that at all. What I care about right now is probably making sure that I'm able to generate a few credits. As you can see, we have a pay cycle. We've got what, 11 hours until salaries are due. We've already seen one outgoing schlock of payments, so I would kind of like to start generating some credits, please. Now, the way that we're able to do that is by building, well, habitat pods in the first instance, and habitat pods are the mechanism to ensure that we have our very own workforce. And I'm going to build a fair few of these, and this is maybe a little bit of a daft thing to do because there's a pretty hefty power cost, actually. There's a pretty hefty power cost. Also, I need to link up some relays in here, and I'm not sure that I have the ability to do that without claiming a few more tiles, actually. All right, I'll claim 3 additional tiles. We'll continue to press on as ever. That should be just fine. Let's see if we can prioritize this relay. It's actually already under construction, which is grand. That is just fine with me. Let's at least get some of these habitats up and running. Now, as you can see up here, we've got a citizenship number. Current citizens, 0. Current living space is 6. That represents the fact that we've got 1, 2, 3 habitat pods that can be each inhabited by 2 people, and we've got 2 that are not currently activated. Now, I still need to see if I can actually get a relay over here. It looks like I can. It's going to be a little bit funky. I mean, what if I put it over here? No, that wouldn't work. Actually, tell you what about a small relay right in the middle there? Yeah, that would be perfect, because if we think about access, I mean, this habitat pod needs access to these squares here, and we can get that through a corridor in this direction. So that actually works out quite nicely. It means that we don't have to build a big thingy, a big relay, which has a larger area of effect, obviously, but also takes up more floor space. So that's fine. Anyway, let's see if we can try and get ourselves some citizens. Now, the way that we do that is this other building. Not this other building. This other building. That's right, the spaceport. We're going to spend some artifacts. Why 3 artifacts? I don't know. I don't know at all, but we're going to unlock it. And that's going to give us the option to start bringing in some people. Start bringing in some, that was a way to say boats of the sky there, but I believe that they're just called aircraft or spacecraft. Anyway. We have a couple of options here. It's going to cost us a little bit of influence, which we have, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to bring in 9 people fresh off the plane. Here they come, dressed in funky clothing. We're gonna bring them in. Now, the thing to bear in mind is that it's not always people. I mean, here, for example, we've got the option to pick up 7 minerals, 1 isotope, and 12 waste. I mean, I'll take that. Sure, why not? For 4 influence, that seems like a pretty good. Deal to me. But of course, that's not really the priority at the moment. The priority is making sure that we have people, and have people we do indeed have. Wonderful. Living space is being utilized. Love to see it. That is cracking. What is the warning? What is the warning for this area? I don't know. No jobs in range. Ah, yes. Well, that, coincidentally, video game, was something that I was just away to fix. So, the way that we monetize our citizens is through a monetization station, which is very, very exciting, and basically is just watching. It's just watching ads. I don't mean to oversell it, but it is literally just watching ads. That is what it is. We're gonna build a couple of these things. They do take a relatively large amount of power to actually operate, which is why I'm only building a couple. Yeah, so we're actually straight up down to exactly 0 power. I mean, we could build a medium generator, and that would utilize the existing fuel that we've still got kicking around. I might as well do that. And then we'll just continue to build, what, more and more monetization stations? Yeah, I should also maybe see if I can try and lay out this this floor plan with a little bit more care. Build a small relay over there. Yeah, so something like that, maybe? Will that work? I hope that'll work. If it doesn't, we might be in trouble. Hey, that's good. Okay, so this does not necessarily need to be connected, but it probably would be better if they were both connected into one singular grid. Yeah. Okay. So that's grand. That is absolutely perfect. We should start to see some of these chumps start to head over to the monetization pods and actually start working. We will see when that happens. Our citizens currently work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that seems like a pretty cushy dealio, to be honest. I mean, look, you turn up on a freaking moon of Saturn or a moon of Jupiter, and you only have to work that many hours. I mean, that's a pretty good deal, I feel. You know, that's not a bad deal at all. Let's get a few bits and bobs salvaged. That's a worthless tile there. There was literally just waste in those ruins, so it hardly seems like a prudent thing to do. There we go. Continue to salvage. Yes, please. That is cracking. So we should be generating. Cash now. Look at this. Projected earnings next work shift, $672. Projected daily earnings, 352. Excellent. And you know what the good news is? We actually have 2 power spare, which means, yes, you guessed it. You guessed it, everyone. We're getting ourselves another freaking monetization station. ×2. Excellent news. Excellent news. Okay, let's get those built, and that will provide everyone with a job. I believe, yeah, we've got 9 people. We have 7 people projected to work. That's gone up to 9 now. That's great. That means that we're going to see projected daily earnings of 544, what are they, credits. That's the term. Very, very sci-fi, this. Very sci-fi. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with this for the factory. It's looking pretty good. It's looking really good, in fact. It is a little bit higgledy-piggledy, given that we've got a freaking fuel fabricator, and then we got a generator, you know, on the same factory floor as we've got habitat pods and monetization stations. But that doesn't really matter. I'm not very perturbed by that at all. So, what do we want to do? What do we want to do next? Well, I think probably being able to refine resources and increase the number of resources that we have in the bank at any given time is a pretty important mechanic in the game, which has been added actually since the last time I actually played. So instead of going into this factory, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to take the opportunity to upgrade the factory, which is very, very exciting. In fact, let's get this upgraded. Let's get this prioritized. It's going to take a huge number of isotopes to get it upgraded. I say huge number. It's going to take us 24 isotopes to get upgraded, but I mean, it'll absolutely be worth it at the end of the day, because a level 2 factory means that we're going to be able to get a second floor, which is rather nice indeed. Very, very exciting. And we should maybe even consider upgrading the headquarters as well, so that we can get a level 2 there as well, which would be very, very nice. The other thing that we are going to have to consider is getting a smokestack, because I kind of need a way to get rid of this waste. We are absolutely filled with waste. And I think, honestly, getting a way to remove the waste is pretty freaking important. There's a whole bunch of buildings that I will endeavor to explain what they do as we go. But for now, let's hop in here. Kraken, and let's boop up to floor 2. What do you know? This is looking nice. It's looking very, very nice. Okay, let's talk about resource refinement. So, what we're gonna do is we are going to build a L1 processor. Now, the way that this works is that you build the processor. We're building the L1 at the moment, but we will build the L2 in just a second. And then we add the outputs and the inputs and the modules, right? So we're going to add a mineral input module. We're going to add a output module. Yep, we'll add that over there. We're going to add an employee module. And we are going to add a waste module as well. Now, all of the little plugs need to be connected to the processor in the center. The employee stands in the employee module. The mineral input is where we stick the minerals in. As you can see, minerals right here. And the output module is where the outputs go out. It's that simple. Anyway, the whole point is that we are able to increase the value of minerals by running them through the refiner. So, for example, if we're able to run a mineral through the refiner, then instead of just counting as 1 mineral towards construction projects, it counts as 5 minerals at a level 2. Does that make sense? It shows on that little grid there. Same with level 3. Level 3 makes it into a super valuable construction resource, and it gives us 25 minerals instead of 5 at level 2. So it's really, really very, very nice indeed. I'm going to see if I can get myself an energy bridge here, and I'm going to see if I can try and get myself I guess a small relay will have to do. I may need to get a bridge on the first level if I haven't already gotten a bridge on the first level. But I'm sure it will be fine. This is looking lovely. As you can see, there's these lovely little connections between the processor in the center and all of the different modules, which is very, very exciting. There we go. Get that built. Did I build an energy bridge downstairs? I did not build an energy bridge downstairs. So let's nip down to floor 1. That was the most awkward way of going about getting to floor 1, but hey-ho, we got there in the end. Also, look at the amount of waste that we've got just kicking around. That's because our waste storage is full at the moment, and that is frankly embarrassing. It's very, very bad. Let's get... let's get a whole bunch of waste modules there. Waste receptacles, not waste modules. Goodness gracious me. My brain is thinking of refining. Also, we're completely out of power, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build fuel fab L1. Build that, and then we'll build a generator in just a second. But we actually need more minerals, and so we should probably do some surveying. There we go. Kraken. All right. So, I mean, we've covered the basics. Everything is cool. As I say, this is the first time that I've actually played with the refining mechanics, and I like it. It's a very, very interesting concept. I like it a lot. It's pretty cool that you're able to refine resources. Does make sense as well, you know? Also, we should get a small relay. Sure. That ain't looking too bad. In fact, do I even need those? I don't even think that I need these bits. The only reason that this entire setup isn't getting power is because we don't have power. And that will be rectified once we get the fuel fab, and also once we get another generator, which hopefully should be imminently, actually. I hope. Can we prioritize the salvaging of these ruins, please? Prioritize the salvaging of these ruins as well. I'll claim that. I will get the artifacts from there. That's useless. That's useless. I'll take it. Nice. Okay. A lot of surveying, but that's okay. What we can do is we can actually determine our worker priorities. We can see our pay cycle here. We can see the worker priorities. I'm not going to necessarily faff around with this too much. I don't think that it needs a tremendous amount of adjustment. The biggest problem is the fact that I assigned, you know, a huge amount of stuff to be done at once, which was rather the problem as opposed to anything else. But anyway, let's get ourselves a big old generator right in the corner here. The big generator takes, what, 3 fuel, so we can get another medium generator as well. And this needs to be prioritized as the #1 priority because I really want to get refining up and running. There's basically no reason to not get refining up and running, so we might as well just, you know, just freaking do it, right? Also, I'm thinking I can utilize this waste module. Can I use the... yeah, I think I can utilize this waste module twice. So let's dismantle this. And if I can actually utilize the waste module twice, then that's going to save us just an extra little bit of administration there. Am I completely out of minerals? Apparently, I absolutely freaking am. Is it because it's snowy outside? Is that the problem? Apparently snowing or raining, whatever the heck is going on on Titan today. Apparently it's fine. People are still moving around, and that's important. Also, I still haven't made a tremendous amount of money. I do seem to have lost a rather large chunk of change. I would like to make money. So I would like power, please. There we go. Okay. The power situation is still a little dicey, and I tell you what, it is going to be dicey until we get this large generator connected up. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Let's pause the construction of this. And the reason that we should pause the construction of this is because I am desperate for minerals, because I need to get myself a relay that will go from one side of the room to the other side of the room. There we go, and then one in the middle there. That's gotta be, yeah, that's gotta be within range. Sure. So, get this done. That's gonna allow the power to be transmitted between the 2 different grids that exist even within this factory, which is just obscene, but whatever. Let's resume construction of that. There we go. We're back online. That's great. Everyone should be at work very soon. Very, very soon. Okay. Very, very soon indeed. That's great. I haven't yet talked about the rebels yet, and for good reason, because frankly, I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think it's gonna matter. Let's get our isotope production set up. See if this makes an impact. It doesn't look like this waste module will be able to be used twice, which is a great shame, frankly. Let's get that dismantled then, and we'll move it a little bit. Now, bear in mind that this is just the L1 processors, but it will be worth it. It will absolutely be worth it. Hey, look at this. Look at this. You see that? That's a level 2 mineral right there. That's a level 2 mineral. You can see we've got a certain number of minerals that are coming out here. This is excellent news. Can we get a storage module here? You get a storage module here and build that. As you can see, the storage container costs 5 minerals to build, and we're using 1 singular level 2 mineral to actually build it. So that's really, really nice. Okay, let's get a processor here. Let's get a isotope input module. Let's get a output module. Let's get a employee module. And do I care about a waste module? I care about a waste module. That's cool. It's going to cost us quite a lot of minerals and resources to get this built. Not to mention the power drain. I think the power drain might just be okay. Yeah. Output module is full. This is not acceptable. This is absolutely not acceptable. We need to get this changed up. And to be honest, I think one of the ways that we go about fixing this this situation is by creating more employees. Now, at the moment, we've only got 8. We can have up to a maximum of 10. And frankly, I think it's time to increase the number of employees that we've got. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy ourselves a conversion capsule at the soonest opportunity, and that's gonna allow us to get the ball rolling. Let's get this prioritized. It's gonna allow us to get the ball rolling, and it's gonna allow us to get a few, I hope, extra employees to help with the tremendous number of tasks that apparently are being ordered by me. And rightfully so, I would hasten to add. Look at this. The credits are coming in. The credits are coming in. Oh, this is wonderful. This is excellent news. Excellent, excellent, excellent. But yes, it's clear to me that with an empire of this size, it is just not suitable to be working with as small a staff as we are working with. Okay, let's only allow some minerals in here. There we go. We're only going to allow storage of level 2 isotopes and storage of level 2 minerals for good reason. Primarily because I don't want them running too far. And therefore, if we're able to keep things a little bit tighter, then that might just work out for the best. I don't know. Anyway, let's build a conversion capsule because I think we need one, and I think we need one like yesterday. So let's get it built. Look at that. We're using level 2 minerals. That's cracking. I love it. I really do. I really, really, really do. What do we need to upgrade this to level 3? We need 90 isotope CUs. That's a lot. That's a lot of freaking isotopes right there. I think we're gonna queue up some more factories so that we can build a bit more. There is a disadvantage, by the way, to building these factories next to each other in the way that I have, which will become potentially clear at some point a little bit down the road. Let's build a fuel fab. Large fuel fab. Let's build a generator. Ooh, can we actually squeeze one in here? I don't think that we can squeeze in a large generator here. If we were to move this relay, make it a large over there, yeah, it will give us a little bit of a temporary problem. But it will allow us to do something like this. And maybe even squeeze in, not a medium, but a small, perhaps? There's a small in there. This employee module is not in a prime location. Let's get this dismantled and moved around a little bit. I'm really trying to get our power into a good place. It's just not in a great place at the moment. It really, really isn't. So what is that? Did I deconstruct the employee module? So this is for the refining of isotopes. We've got a setup for refining. Thank you. We've got a setup for refining minerals, which is what we're doing. That is wonderful. Okay, our conversion pod that has been completed, has it not? Indeed, it has. Let us go about acquiring some additional employees. We're going to spend an artifact. We are going to see a victim. I mean, a citizen come over here, get brainwashed. I mean, read the manual on how to become an employee. And what do you know? They vomit a little bit, and suddenly they're part of the team. That's it. Okay, let's do that as many times as we can. We've got, what, space for another 2 after the current one that we are after. Let's also see if we can try and bring in some more citizens at some point. Conversion complete, indeed. Let's bring in you. And let's keep going, eh? Let's keep going. Ideally, we would like another conversion capsule because, I mean, it's just easier to convert. It's easier to convert a whole whack at the same time. We also do need to bear in mind that we are slightly limited by the number of artifacts that we have, but that's fine. Let's get these connected into one large factory because I think it's an efficient way of doing things, an efficient way of doing business. as they say. And do I want this necessarily to be a power factory? I kind of feel like a power factory would be ideal. We are very short. We are very short of power, and we're about to start building a whole bunch of things that are really rather power dependent, power hungry, if you'd like. So yeah, let's get this factory built, and then let's see if we can meta game a little bit. And you got to bear in mind is that all the while in the background, all that's happening is our minerals, our isotopes are being refined into level 2 minerals and level 2 isotopes, which is very, very nice, very, very important. And it's something that I'm very, very happy about. Okay, so what do we want? We want fuel fabs. Where do we want them? Right here, actually, apparently, is where we want them. So let's build them. I'm not even building small fuel fabs. I mean, who messes around with small fuel fabs these days? That's you know, that's a mug's game, as they say. That is a mug's game. I mean, look at that setup. That is nice. Let's get ourselves a little bit of space here. 10 minerals. You know what? Don't bother with that quite yet. We'll build ourselves a generator on this level. Yeah, we'll build ourselves multiple generators on this level. I'm just trying to think ahead, trying to get the... you know what? Pause all of these. We frankly do not need this crazy amount of fuel fabrication that we have. Build an energy bridge in there. Prioritize the construction of that as well. That's pretty necessary. We're still filled with waste, by the way. Highly problematic because it means that the area starts to look like garbage. It starts to look like absolute trash. Build me a waste receptacle here. Like, I mean, there is no reason why it needs to look as bad as it actually does. This is part of the reason, by the way, why I decided to buy a smokestack, or why I decided to buy the building such a long time ago. Because we want to find some way of getting rid of our waste, and we want to find a way of getting rid of it as soon as we reasonably can. Okay, can I do... I'll do a few more. I'll do a few more waste receptacles. That's cool. Why we can't store, you know, waste in a storage container? I don't know. That seems a little weird to me. Seems a little funky. But I don't make the rules. I just play by them. Okay. Let's get a relay. Relay goes in over there. That gives us the generator. That's wonderful. And we will just work on getting more and more and more minerals, which is kind of what we're all about right now. More minerals and more ways to get rid of waste. Because if we can get more minerals, then we can get more generators. And if we can get more generators, then that means that we are going to be able to get more power. And if we're able to get more power, then that means that we're able to build ourselves a smokestack, which means that we're going to be able to burn waste, which is pretty freaking important. So there you go. Now, you're still building away. You're still building away. This grid is looking very, very nice. Look at that. Grid number 2 here. Grid number 1 is the grid in the other factory. That's fine. We need a few more minerals to get up to snuff. I'm going to build a energy pylon over here. And this is going to cost us 2 isotopes. So very, very cheap. We've actually got plenty of isotopes at the moment. We need more minerals to refine, actually. Let's do that. I'll take the artifacts there. 1 mineral? Really? 1 mineral? I might do a few more surveys just to make sure that we can get ourselves some more minerals. Oh, that was a good one. Hold up. 52 minerals, level 2 ruins? Yes, please. Absolutely. That sounds grand to me. And then I think we maybe want another energy pylon, actually. Yeah, why don't I just extract over here, and then... Oh, there's a crack right there. Claim this tile. let's get a energy pylon in here. It will become useful at some point. I can guarantee you that. Man, a smokestack is so expensive. It's very, very expensive to actually utilize. Can I survey this? I cannot survey this. We're actually very close to coming up to the limit of what's within our territory. So we need to think maybe about expanding our area of influence. And this is how we do it. The command center. This is the way that we can do it. And frankly, I see no reason as to why we should not. You know what I'm thinking, actually? Let's dismantle this and let's dismantle this. There's something that I can do here that is a little bit more intelligent than just having these two energy pylons in the middle of nowhere. If I stick an energy pylon here, then that means that we can actually spread the two grids that we have in the factory. So grid number 2 will merge with grid number 1, and we will have a total power surplus of 12 by my calculations. You know, 9 plus 3 is 12, I think. So that seems like a fairly sensible thing to do. And then look at that. We can actually just straight up bop this all the way out over here. And we have just hit 100 minerals, which is cracking, because it means that we can properly start working on this smokestack, which is very, very good. Very, very handy. Let's get this prioritized, shall we? Go, 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 go. Let's get that claimed. Let's get that claimed. Let's get that claimed. I'm going to take every single mineral that I can possibly get, which is wonderful. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's feeling good. Everything is working as it should be. We just need a whole bunch of additional minerals to get over here. Right, so there are 4 rebel camps left. The rebel threat is at 60%, which means that we're going to be attacked by rebels at some point, and we need to prepare our defenses. Believe you me, I'm quite aware of the fact that we need to defend ourselves, and to do so, we're gonna buy ourselves a defense turret. Problem is, defense turret does kind of cost 400 minerals. I don't really have 400 minerals, not yet anyway. So we clearly need to do something about that, and we need to prioritize the acquisition of minerals, if you'd like. Why is this not powered? Has this been unpowered the entire gosh darn time? Okay. Yeah, the fact that this output module isn't being... The fact that it's not being collected by somebody means that we don't have enough people. And to be honest, if we don't have enough people, then what I need to do is I need to go down here and we need to see if we can try and get more employees. And if we can't get any more employees, which is what looks like has happened here, then we need to build more conversion capsules. It's pretty much that simple. Let's build some more conversion capsules here. I don't think that we're gonna need many more. I don't think that we're gonna need many more conversion capsules, but we do need a couple because we do need more employees. I think that is, you know, obvious to everyone. Okay, smokestack is looking good. Let's assign a person to it. We are gonna start burning the waste. Pickup trucks, both. Yeah, we'll worry about roads in just a second. But for now, the good news is that the smokestack is ready to start getting rid of some of this waste, and that is oh so important because, my goodness gracious me, we are desperate to start getting rid of waste. It really, really is very, very important. Now, there's a pollution overlay here. There is no pollution. Pollution is perfect. We got nothing to worry about. There is genuinely no problem at the moment. However, a problem will start to emerge once we actually start burning the stuff. So that kind of sucks, but that's okay. Let's build the defense turret, or at least let's buy the defense turret in preparation for actually doing something with it. Oh god, it still looks awful, doesn't it? It still looks absolutely bloomin' awful. We have no power now. How do we have no power? How do we still have no power? Truthfully, I'm not actually sure. I'm not actually certain why we have no power. Cool. Prioritize. Prioritize. Build that over there as well. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Go, 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 go. I should note, by the way, that we can actually build an energy plant. We can build an energy plant sort of on the map view. But if we do that, it's going to cost 12 fuel to run. And it's going to cost us 200 minerals to build, which is somewhat of a unlikely prospect. I very much doubt that that is going to end up being super handy for a while. It'll be good at some point, but not for a little while. Okay, let's get this resumed. Let's get this resumed. Let's get this resumed. Go, 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 go. We need as much fuel as we can possibly get. Let's get a large generator here as well. If we can. We can squeeze one in there. Just like so. Kraken. That's looking good. That's looking good. Okay, we are power positive. We are fuel positive. We are massively fuel positive, in fact, which is great. The smokestack is actually working. You can slightly start to see the pollution start to get going over there. So that's looking good. Very, very happy with that. We're burning a little bit of waste. I don't know how much waste is on site. We can see there, 3. So we can now start to receive employees, or we can receive employees burdened with a little bit of waste. Let's get some more citizens converted into employees here. There we go. Looking very, very good. And in fact, in order to get any more employees, we should probably think about getting some more artifacts. So, you know what? I will do just that. I will get myself some artifacts. And suddenly, things are starting to look a little bit more positive. A little bit more positive on the whole. We should think about unlocking council communications at some point in the future here, but let's not worry about that altogether too much. I will spend some of my influence to get some more people. That's just fine with me. There we go. More employees. Excellent. This is looking and feeling great. Very, very happy with this. Not enough living space for 4 extra people, but we're not far off. We're not far off at all. Not enough spaceport storage. Oh yes, that's because we have an absolute abundance of waste at the spaceport, but that will be removed at some point, and it will be taken to the smokestack, and it will be burnt. Mark my words, it will be burnt. Okay, cool. Let's have a go at claiming this ruin right here, and also this ruin right here as well. Anything else that really remains to be claimed? There's that one. That's pretty much it, though, right? Like, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much everything. We are in a very dangerous predicament. Like, a terrifyingly dangerous predicament. First of all, we've got a massive amount of waste that is just sticking around, and we just can't get rid of. It is stubborn in the extreme, trying to get rid of it, but it's fine. Plus, we've got the rebels that are coming at us very, very fast indeed. And to be honest, we need to start refining. We need to start refining from level 2 to level 3. Can I get this upgraded? A task is in progress. Oh, are we currently... oh, yeah, we're currently constructing the receptacles. We need to be upgrading from level 2 to level 3. But unfortunately, I'm not actually sure that we're going to be able to do that at this moment in time. Is it possible for me to unlock a mine? It's not possible for me to unlock a mine. I think that what we have to do is we have to get a command center. A command center is currently the tippity-top priority for us. The command center is going to allow us to properly start making progress here. No minerals. There's nothing. There's literally nothing left to harvest within our area of collection. It's worrying. It's freaking worrying because the defense turret is a ways away. We could build a shipyard, but that would require a massive minerals that we just frankly do not have at the present moment. I can claim a tile. I can start assigning. I can start getting people to start extracting here. I don't love doing this. I will do it because it is important to do. But I would prefer to use the method of just getting the ruins, because we've now locked down, you know, people to extracting minerals from here for a good while. But there's nothing that can necessarily be helped with that. Shipyard might be the more palatable option in the short term to try and fend off this rebel threat. Transport in general remains a huge problem for us. We need to think about getting a transport hub. We need to start thinking about getting roads up and running. This is very, very important for us, I think. Head up to floor 2. Yeah, how's this looking? Output module is full. Okay, can we do processing as, like, the top priority, please? Yeah. Dedicated employees. Let's do 1 to each of these. That seems fair to me. Empty waste module. Sure, I guess we can have somebody dedicated to the waste module, but that's okay. Anyone got a dedicated job? 5 full-time jobs? Yep, 4 dedicated at the moment. That seems absolutely reasonable. It means that we're always going to be able to turn level 1 resources into level 2 resources. Okay. Let's put move resources as, like, the second. There's not enough employees. It's a problem. Alright. Maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe it won't. We'll have to wait and see. We're trying to get ourselves as many minerals as we possibly can in as short a time as we possibly can. Right. Let's spend 1,000 credits. Let's get this shipyard. Unlocked. The defense turret costs 24 energy. 24 energy is a lot of energy, amigo. That is a tremendously large amount of energy. Let's get ourselves some more mineral patches, and let's just see if we can try and expand. Storage full? Storage of what? Waste storage. Waste storage is full. Waste storage is full. This is not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. A few more minerals for me is what I need. Yeah, that needs to be replaced. Storage container medium. Cancel that. Copy. Paste. Yeah. Prioritize, please. We can't have people walking a long distance to get this sorted. We need to make sure that it's all within spitting distance here. Okay, 79% threat. Do we go for the shipyard, or do we literally just save up for the turret? I think we go for the shipyard. This is the first time that I will be utilizing the shipyard. I gotta be honest, I'm actually very excited to see how it works. Yeah, let's build the shipyard over here. Let's do it. Nice. Okay. It's a big ask to make it happen in as swift a time frame as it is clearly required to happen in, but it will absolutely be worth it. Output module is full. Good stuff. It's working. It's working. It's working. We're refining minerals, and we're refining minerals at pace, which is excellent. Very, very happy with this. Let's get this factory upgraded. Let's get this factory upgraded. It should take almost no time at all. Look at that. We've got isotopes level 2, which are ready on site to go. Very, very exciting. Is that going to put an additional strain on anything? The only thing that is going to be strained is the power grid a little bit by the fact that there is... is now a shipyard, which will require a heck of a lot of power. There we go. Get that prioritized as the level 1 thingy, and then this prioritizes the level 2 thingy. Could I maybe just decrease the number of dedicated employees that are currently involved in the processing job? It just seems like not a great idea. Look at this. We got 10 employees, and we got 138 jobs, and we've got 10 jobs that are currently being done. That's as they say, that's not great. That's not great at all. We also look to be having a little bit of a power cut, but that's fine because we can actually solve that. We can actually solve that fairly quickly, if I am not mistaken. If we play our cards right, we will be just fine. If we don't play our cards right, well, we're going to be in trouble, eh? We're going to be in trouble. I will say, though, I'm very happy with the processing that we've got going on at the moment. I'm not happy with our waste disposal setup. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I need to... Yeah, pretty sure cleanup is... warrants a higher priority, perhaps. Maybe even, albeit temporarily, to try and get on top of the situation that we are inevitably finding ourselves in here. Let's do this. Let's do this. And this. And... this. Sure. Okay, that's not going to give us a huge amount of extra power generation, but it will be worth it. It will be worth it when it happens. Let's get this shipyard done in the first instance, because I really want to see what options are presented once we have the shipyard, because frankly, this is my first time using it, and I'm very, very excited to see what the heck happens. I've taken control of enemy shipyards before, but not to actually use them. Also, projected earnings next work shift, 768 projected daily earnings. We are not turning a profit here. We need more people. We need more people to come and work in our monetization business. It's just that simple, frankly. It is just that simple. Right, how many jobs do we have on the go? We have a fine number of jobs, apparently. A fine number of jobs. We got a couple of construction orders. Got a couple of cleanup orders, but the cleanup orders can't actually take place because we don't have any where to store them. It's just that simple. Okay, we are officially in the shipyard. Let us select a ship. Ooh, okay. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. We can basically build what, like a couple of ships here? Oh, this is nice. This is very, very nice indeed. Build time, 18 seconds. Max cruise, 6. Oh my goodness. Are you seriously telling me? Are you seriously telling me that it's going to cost us even more people to... it's going to cost us even more people to man these ships. Goodness gracious me. We're going to have a complete shortage of people to actually work. It's dreadful. Okay, let's get more people assigned to do... mineral extraction. Good stuff. And I'm going to take control of this tile. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to see if we can try and build ourselves a command center. But I think we need to build the ship first. The ship as a first port of call is very, very important. The smokestack is working overtime, frankly, and I'm delighted by it. The pollution has yet to spread. That's great. We need 240 We need 240 units of mineral before we are able to work properly. Output mineral move. Let's assign one person here. Let's keep them on a dedicated contract just to make sure that we always have somebody moving the the minerals out of the output module, because it does seem pretty important that that's what we have. Also, this filter, I thought I copied the filter. There we go. Cool. Nice. Okay, you are currently not working because... Oh, we need somebody to do the input as well. Input mineral. Fine. Have one of each. Have one person dedicated for mineral input, one person dedicated for mineral output. That's fine. It's not incredible, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, also, this can still be claimed, but it doesn't seem like there's much point right now. Can I get any more people? Not really. If I get myself a ship, then I will probably be okay. I will probably be fine. And to be honest, I think that we're going to manage to do it, but we're not going to manage to do it a moment too soon. Frankly, we are close. We are very, very close to being in a very precarious situation. Also, our power grid is nothing to write home about. In fact, it is scandalously bad. Scandalously bad. We got 115 level 1 minerals, 16 level 2 minerals, so that's great. We're definitely making progress. There's definitely the opportunity for us to crank up the amount of minerals that we have. Frankly, we need to. We need to, right? Like, we absolutely need to. Let's get a energy pylon over... Yeah, I tell you what. Give me an energy pylon over here. Give me an energy pylon over there. And can I build a command center? Can I build a command center here? I think I can. I can and I will. It's going to put further strain on the power grid because the command center takes, what, 8 energy? Oh, boy. Yep, that's, that is problematic. Ooh. Maybe it's not as problematic as I originally thought. We need more fuel. Can we fix that with a... We can kind of fix that. Yeah, we can kind of fix that. We can kind of fix that situation. But we need access to this extra area because we need to be able to like survey a whole bunch of ruins really quickly. And that's what we're going to try and do. We're not going to prioritize refining. Refining is obviously a very, very high priority, but you know, we gotta prioritize expansion, and then we gotta try and build the ship. I think that is the order that we want to try and do things in. If it works, then it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Prioritizing the smokestack early to try and get on top of our waste problems, maybe in hindsight wasn't a great idea. But you know, we are where we are, and frankly, this is where we are. This is it. This is it. This is the last stand. The last stand. Let's also get this mineral patch. I think this is the last mineral patch that we have in the area. But there's what? There's 32 minerals here, so that's 32 times 5, right? So, you know, do the maths on that. It's like 150 minerals right there. And as soon as we get this command center up and running, we are going to be golden. Let's actually just turn this off. Enabled, disabled. How much? What is this? 8 energy. Yeah, I think if we turn this off temporarily, it's going to give us an extra person. It means that we're not faffing around with waste movement, waste management, which is apparently such a problem at a time like this. It's just absolutely not even close to the highest of priorities. But this is fine. Okay, 55 out of 115 at the command center. Goodness gracious me, video game. Could you go a little bit quicker, please? Just a smidgen quicker. Would be excellent. Okay. I would like I would like to get this built. I'd like to get this built right now, please. I also want to build roads. I want to build roads so that we're able to connect areas up quickly. I'm looking forward to being able to do that. How many jobs do we have? How many jobs? How many jobs? How many jobs? Prioritize tasks, 28. We've got 54 cleanup operations, 7 move resources operations, 8 processing operations. I mean, look, a chronic mismanagement of human resource. I don't actually know if it's human resource. A chronic mismanagement of resource, I think, is perhaps one way of putting it. Needs to be changed. Needs to be changed. We also need to get level 3 processing up and running as well, which I know sounds a little bit daft, but I mean, it is very, very important that we get that started as soon as we reasonably can. One more bit of mineral, please. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the command center built. Excellent. We're moving the waste. Moving the waste over here now. That's fine. That's cool. Happy days. Happy days. Happy days. Not a moment too soon, this command center is going to be coming online. I hope that we will have the power to sustain it even momentarily, such that I will be able to see what is actually happening around here. There we go. That's great. Let's survey. Survey. Survey, survey, survey. Right. Let's get in here. That's a level 1 ruin. I wanna get some level 2 ruins if it's all possible. Level 2 ruins are not great. 1 isotope. I need minerals. I need minerals. I'll take minerals. There we go. 25 minerals. That's what you love to see. Okay. That is not ideal, but it should be fine. It should be fine for now. Okay, our power grid situation is absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. I cannot describe it in any other terms. We need more fuel, we need more everything. We need absolutely everything. 94%. 90 freaking 4%. Okay. We gotta go for a couple of big fuel fabs. I don't love this situation. I'm not joshing right now. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Okay, let's get some large generators. Okay. Energy bridge. Excellent. Relay small. Excellent. Okay. Now that should theoretically mostly return us to positive vibes. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think it will, though. I think that we are gonna be safe. I think that we're gonna be safe, but it needs to happen. It needs to happen really, really quickly, and we probably need to keep up the claiming of these tiles as well. Let's get this scanned. The power situation means that we can only sometimes get access to this to this area. There we go. Okay, finally we got it. Device complete. Okay, 96%. The rebel threat is at 96%. We need 240. We need 240 units. Turn that off. We need 240 units to be able to do this. Yeah, turn that off. Turn that off for now. 240 minerals, which is very doable. It's just not very doable in the time frame that I have set out for myself here. There we go. What's the issue? Ethane low? Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't realize that there's, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. There's actually, there's not much ethane around here. Well, that is problematic. That is highly problematic. Well, ethane is apparently not as abundant in the atmosphere as I originally thought. Oh, there you go. You know what? Give me these minerals back. Give me these minerals back. I'm happy to concede that building a smokestack early on was not a great idea. Freaking ethane. Build a factory here. Prioritize this. And build the fuel bits and bobs over here. This is now us officially on a timer. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to say dismantle that. Prioritize this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's going to save us power, and it's going to save us minerals as well. Rebel threat is at 100. When this hits 100, prepare for trouble. If we can get the ship up and running, then we're going to be golden. It really is a matter of getting things sorted as quickly as we possibly can. And the freaking waste as well. The waste is just absolutely hurting us here. It really is.
A new founder. Did you really think your little startup would escape our notice?
The rebels are...
We know you're taking money from the council, and we know exactly where your loyalties lie. Don't worry, we're only going to destroy your city, dismantle your corporation, and take you as prisoner.
No.
It won't be painful. At least, no more than the pain you've inflicted on your employees.
Okay, thank you. Now, here's the thing. Usually, we would be able to borrow our headquarters, which is kind of a cool concept when you think about it, right? Can I repair whilst we are under attack, by the way? There we go. Let's see if we can do that. Repair up at the top. Let's see if we can repair. If we end up losing this factory, I'm gonna be fairly miffed. Actually, it's highly problematic, I would suggest, if we do end up losing it. But we have some credits at the moment, so we can maybe afford to... Yeah, we can afford to play around a little bit here. Okay, this is gonna be close. Cannot enter offline building. Why is the building not... It has power. It should have power. It should have power here. Head up to floor 2. No fuel. Is that literally it? We just have such a massive deficit of fuel that that's the problem? Let's prioritize this, please. Prioritize this. There is much more fuel around here, apparently. There we go. Get this built. I think that we're going to be fine, actually. I think that we're absolutely going to be fine. So you're still having a little attack. That's okay with me. We have the 240 minerals that we need. So let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. We have the fuel back. We have the fuel back. That's so unbelievably important. Let's get this built. Let's get this built. 238 minerals, 240 minerals. Come on. We're so close to being there. We're so close to being there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Build that freaking hull. Okay. Oh my lordy goodness gracious me. Prioritize. Absolutely. Get it built. Get it freaking built. We are absolutely bang out of credits. Can we bring in more people? Not enough living space. Unfortunately, we can't. We can bring in up to like 4 more people, but even then, we're gonna be in for a rough ride. We need a whole bunch of mineral level 2s, a whole bunch of mineral level 1s. Are you still attacking? You're still attacking, but you're doing so slowly. Do you perhaps stop for the evening? All right, thank you very much for that. I appreciate the bad vibes that you've got, going on. But we are gonna launch our ship. But we're gonna launch our ship, ladies and gentlemen, in the next episode. I think this update is substantial enough that it warrants a good couple of episodes. So why not hold off the exciting part, launching a ship in the second episode? That sounds like fun to me. Maybe we can even get our freaking waste storage operation properly organized as well. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. Thanks to Banana and Aurelia from the $225+ tier patrons. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.